points ahead of Halifax. So the winner of this potentially stretches that out to 6. You never know. Fax have got Oldham, so you'd probably expect them to win that one with what happened last week. But it gets security for whoever wins it, so it's a massive game, I think. Yeah, it's round 18, so there's, including this week, there's 6 games to go, isn't it? Yeah.
There you go. Okay, League One game of the week.
York versus Whitehaven is what I've chosen. York have been in reasonably good form of late, and Whitehaven have only been beaten by the Wolfpack. So I think it could be an exciting game with York at home and whatnot. So I think that should be a cracker.
Yeah, fantastic. NRL Brit Picks. What stands out in the Southern Hemisphere for us?
Abbreviated game round this weekend with Origin a week on Wednesday, Origin 2. Queensland have really rung the changes there, haven't they? Rabbitohs versus Titans on Friday at 10:50. You'll see a couple of British players across the board there. And then Eels versus Dragons Sunday 7 a.m.
Fantastic. So that is your Super League pod for the 145th time. All that remains for us to do is wrap up the show. Okay, so that's episode 145 in the bag. Mark, we are ever closer to the big 150. I'm not sure we're going to make as much of a fuss as we did at 100, but it's still a milestone that we're creeping up on.
Do you know what? It might be when I'm away.
Oh, right. Well, I'm thinking...
Might not happen.
Are we going to do an Ask SLP for episode 150?
We'll have a think over the next few weeks.
See where it falls, yeah, absolutely. Because we could do with doing it before we get big game, because we're going to be going up to the... We're upping the number of game reviews, aren't we, fairly soon? So we could probably do get an Ask SLP in before that. But that's all for the future. The present is all about trivia, and it's in honour of your better half's birthday this week, I believe. Yeah. So today is my wife's birthday. There's a couple of notable rugby league players whose birthday it is. I've thrown in a third one. That's not today. It's tomorrow. Okay.
So as you'll be listening, that'll be the Tuesday. So today for you lot.
Yeah.
And the others will be in the past.
Wonderful.
But yeah. So I've got 3 players, 5 clues on each. See how quickly you can get them from the clues.
Okay. Now, in the interests of full disclosure, from my slight bit of preparation this morning, I have one answer already, Mark, don't I? But let's play fair. You read the clues out, and then we'll let people try and guess it, and we'll just give me the point.
Okay, so the first one.
Yes.
He turned 32 today, the 12th of June.
I know it. Got it. But carry on. Everyone knows as much about rugby league as I do.
He made his first grade debut in 2003, and he made his international and Origin debuts 3 years later in 2006. You got it?
Yeah, no, I continue to still have it, yes.
Yeah.
But this is for the benefit of the listeners. Go on.
He was born in Sydney, but he's in the top 10 of appearance makers for Queensland.
There you go.
Twice the winner of Dally M Second Rower of the Year in 2010 and 2011. If you worked it out yet, Tom.
I think I'm narrowing it down, certainly, yeah.
And then the final one...
Is it a big, fat, dirty bastard who likes to have people held when he punches them?
Yeah, and the final one, if you hadn't got it already, he was a try scorer in Brisbane's round 14 win over South Sydney this weekend.
There you go. Is it Sam Friday, Mark?
Well done, Tom.
Excellent.
Well
right,
done.
okay, now on to the legitimate second question. This is where I get made a fool of. Go on.
The second person on this list turned 30 years old today, the 12th of June.
Right, okay.
He was born in Gravesend, Kent.
Tony Clubb.
Yeah.
Fucking get in! That'll do.
I'm only giving you half on that. Cause
what?
You've looked at his name on the list today. There was only like 6 players on the list for today.
No,
and only 2 of them were people you'd heard of.
No, I know this one.
Because if I had done Brad Day from Batley, you wouldn't have got that, would you?
I know this one because someone we follow on Twitter had a picture of themselves next to him on his birthday, wishing him happy birthday. That Featherstone Gail, what's her name?
Oh, right, yeah, Gail Fair, yeah.
Yeah, she had a picture up. So it was floating around, so all I had to do was just beautiful mind style, piece it all together, and there you go, there's your answer, Tony Clubb. 2 out of 3. Over half marks, I'm happy. Whatever happens now is gravy. Go on. Do you want to read out the rest of the clues? Hardly seems worth it, does it?
No, the next clue is he had more positions than clubs, played at Super League at full-back, wing, centre, half-back, prop, second row and loose forward. Would you have got it from that clue if I'd not give you the Gravesend clue first?
If you'd given me the first clue, if you'd given me clue number 2 first, no. Gravesend give it away.
Scored 4 tries for England versus Papua New Guinea in 2010 Four Nations.
Probably would have been jumping around on that. No, it's the Gravesend thing that...
And then came off the bench in this World Club Series to win his first playing medal of his career, because he was non-player in the Grand Final.
There you go. Right. No, it was definitely knowing that he came from Gravesend that did it.
Well, the last one, the third one, maybe you won't get this so quick, I don't know, turns 30 years of age tomorrow, the 13th of June.
Right.
He made his... he is an Ireland international prop forward.
Go on, carry on.
He made his Super League debut all the way back in 2006 for Wigan.
2006 for Wigan. No, go on.
He's had a significantly injury-affected career, restricting him to only 131 Super League appearances in 11 years.
It's not Leigh Mossop, is it? Does he play for Ireland? Is it Leigh Mossop?
No, it's not Leigh Mossop.
Right, okay, carry on.
So the last clue, he has been at Widnes since 2012 after a brief stint with Hull FC.
Oh! Is it in with the moustache?
What, the Welsh forward, Gil Dudson?
No, not Gil Dudson then. Who's the other Wigan one? Who's the next Wigan prop forward then? Eamon O'Carroll. Thank you.
Well done.
3 out of 3. Fucking...
Well...
That was a bit easy.
2 of them don't really count, and I'm not doing this birthday thing again for a while.
Fucking 2 of them do count. Sam Friday, I'll give you, right? I'll let you take that out of the equation. I knew that because I'd had a bit of, put my nose about it. But Tony Clubb and Eamon O'Carroll are legit answers. So either way, I'm still counting as full marks. Fair play. Okay, what's coming up for us all this week then, Mark? You're away watching the Cup quarter-finals. Anything else on the cards for you?
Well, I'm going to York, aren't I? We mentioned.
Of course.
Which will be
God's
nice.
own county.
For 2 nights.
Oh, he brings back a jar of the air.
If you want, I'll fart in it.
Great. But it won't be legitimate Yorkshire air, will it?
No, that's ridiculous, Tom. What else?
Oh, I'll make a recommendation to you specifically then. The pub, you've been to York before, haven't you? I'm certain, innumerate times.
No, I've been when I was a child.
Right.
I've been just to the races once.
Right.
And I went on a day trip with a bell ringing club.
Really?
Once.
Right. Outside York Minster, in that little piazza sort of square bit where all the touristy stuff is, right? Near to that, the Guy Fawkes Tavern, the pub that Guy Fawkes was born in. Take a trip in there because it's all dark and
candlelit.
Yeah, it's awesome in there, and they've got a good pint on as well. You'll have a great beer in there, and Mr. P's Curious Tavern for some relatively inexpensive lunch, but I'm certain you'll find it worth it, and your better half is well worth it. So try checking those out on your trip to York, mate. Definitely, I'm jealous of you.
What you got going on?
I am at work all week, Mark. So
the one thing I would say
that's me.
Is with 4 televised games, fewer games, but more chance for everyone to see them. I want to see plenty of game reviews next week.
Yes, absolutely. So, how do they go about giving us game reviews? How do they go about getting in touch with us? And how do they go about sending longer form messages?
Oh wait, we were going to do recommendations, but I was going to do like a talk about an anti-recommendation almost.
I have no recommendations apart from the ones I've just made to you, so go ahead.
Well, we've already made them like 2 months ago when you went to York.
And I'm making them to you again now so that you have them in your mind.
So
I'm going to, listen, don't take the piss, because I'm going to send Emma a link to that expensive restaurant that I've just been telling you about and make sure that she takes you there.
So, last night, being it Emma's birthday eve, she got what she wanted to do and that sort of thing. But at tea time-ish...
That one glorious day of the year where you let her have a say.
At tea time-ish... On Channel 5, they were showing this film.
This is garbage.
Yeah, it was. Dirty Dancing 2017. They've remade...
It's not a film, mate. It's a fucking mini-series.
No, it was a TV movie.
With Deborah Messing and...
Yeah.
Was it just a film? I thought it was a mini-series.
No, it's just a
reimagining.
Yeah, it was...
I think that's a bit too iconic.
She saw the start of it and it was awful, and remarkably more poorly acted and more sort of violent sex offendery than the real one.
Why is it people get off on Dirty Dancing so much? When you look at the storyline and the events that happen in it, it is a bleak fucking movie.
Oh yeah.
But everyone seems to find it to be this uplifting story of young love. I think it's horrific.
Well, because their love of a 35-year-old man and a 17-year-old girl trialed on.
Bit of fucking borderline statutory rape.
Well, anyway, because she saw...
Spot a backstreet abortion, but set a fucking 80s tune to it, and we're all big fans.
Well, it wasn't... It was in the 80s, but it was set in the early 60s.
Oh, and don't get me started on movies that do that as well.
But, so because this was so terrible, this remake, I allowed her to watch the original. So I sat through that whilst I was putting the rundown together last night.
Is it Nicole Scherzinger in the new one?
Yes, I'd recommend not watching it at all. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like it is on the cards for me, so
it leaves
at least I know that it's
a very different feel than the original one.
Does it play it a bit darker, or...?
It seems to try and make it more friendlier, and the characters, there's a lot more exposition to the fringe characters than just moody silences.
What about Patrick Swayze's character? Who plays him? Anyone we've heard of?
Some bloke who seems to just be a dancer who acts it very aggressively.
That can't help the picture of the story, can it? So whatever you do, don't watch either Dirty Dancing is what we're coming up with. Fair enough.
If you have to watch either, watch the original.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, well, listen, 80s movies and their remakes aside, how do people get in touch with us and tell us what they thought of this weekend's games?
Well, that Super League Pod on Twitter is where you get in touch with us, just tell us general stuff. Keep it flowing, all the conversation. Facebook.com/Super League Pod is where you can interact with a bit more detail, and then superleaguepod@gmail.com if you want to send us a long form email like our good friend Paul Campbell did this week.
Pleasure to have him.
Yeah, brilliant to have him back in the fold. And then the Google form will be up for match reviews. Look out for the links. Hopefully I'll remember to set those up this week, and we'll see how we get on. But get them all in.
Fantastic. Okay, well, if you're at a game this weekend, be safe, enjoy the sports, and give us your feedback. We'll see you back here this time next week for your favourite Rugby League podcast, the Super League Pod. I was talking to Erin in the car about, I don't know why it came on. I said it was a hair night or something. She said, why don't many people have hair like me? I said, well, you're just special. I said, Uncle Mark's got hair like you. She went, in his beard. I went, what about on his head? She went, well, every day a little bit more falls off.
Is that what she said?
Swear to God, we're driving.
What's a little knobhead?
I know. I said, I can't wait to tell him that. She went, you can? Like that? Like with that tone? What, you can tell him?
She said, does she know that that's not the aim?
I said, but we don't mind, do we? She said, no, it's okay, you haven't got any hair. I said, exactly, it's okay. So she said, Uncle Mark's got a bit more than you. That was it. So try to cheer her up about being ginger.
Well, there you go.
She just fucking starts kicking you while you're down.
Well,